Good news, you can make a ton of money in the water damage restoration business. Bad news, you got to work 24/7. They're really hard businesses to run. And turns out insurance companies don't like to pay their bills. Oh yeah, and some customers are complete freaking nut jobs. So there's that. But did I mention you can make a boatload of money? Guys, here's the deal. If you own a restoration company, you already know all this stuff, okay? In this video, I'm going to be talking about different landmines that you're going to navigate as you run the water damage restoration business. If you're in the restoration business, you probably don't want to miss this one. Let's go. All right, guys, as we get started, hit the like and the subscribe button. And do me a favor, drop a comment down below. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. All right, guys, so as we get started, this video is going to be answering a whole bunch of different questions for some of my clients. We're going to open up the video where we're going to be talking about, like, when it comes to you doing your water damage mitigation projects, you really don't need to get the customer's permission. And if you have to get the customer's permission to get started with demo or get started with mitigation, it's going to be a long freaking job. You don't want to be doing that. You need to figure out how to coach the clients up so they follow your lead. We're going to dive into that. We're also going to be talking about how you can actually utilize and lean on a public adjuster to help a denied claim even get covered. We'll be talking about also how you can utilize, or your customer can use, the Department of Insurance to speed up the process of getting paid. And we're also going to talk about how to get a recon agreement signed before you ever have a price, right? Like, you don't need to be writing free estimates, guys. You need to get the thing under contract first, and then you can write the estimate. I'm going to show you guys how we did that. Here's the deal. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be covering in this video. Let's just hop in. The more that you have to ask them, can you do what you need to do, the more you will not be able to do what you need to do. The better you get at informing them that this is what's happening and why, the better you get at that's different than asking. Does that make sense? Because what rational person would ever want their house tore apart? And I'm not telling you to sue her, Tanner. That's not what I'm saying. State Farm is doing her dirty. Like, if it's a sudden accidental break, like, I would advise you to look closer, like with maybe having her file a complaint with the Department of Insurance of Hawaii and or getting a public adjuster.
Oh, so even if you get denied, a public adjuster can help?
Yeah. But I would do the complaint first, because it's harder to pull the PA off the job, I would imagine, because you sign a contract. So it's like once they're on, or once they're in. Whereas you try the least intrusive measures first, and the complaint would be a more simple thing that may work first. So do the complaint first, PA second.
Because that did work for a long time, but I just got sick of getting screwed over and not getting paid and not suing people. I don't really do that because I have to. So I should be doing bulletproof. I know they're not bulletproof, I get that, but like, that's in our minds, they're way more better than just a work on.
Yeah, no, I don't believe those would make sense for a recon agreement. So I can only tell you what I did, and that's what I gave you guys. I used a work off and a recon agreement.
Oh, you didn't have like full scope and exact price of the recon?
Nah.
Pretty good. Huh.
Like, if you just read my contract, and it worked every time. Because here's what my recon agreement was, guys. Hey, here's the deal. We're going to reach an agreement on the scope and the price of work on the repairs. And if we don't reach an agreement, you don't have to use this. Don't worry. But once we reach the agreement, we're going to do everything in our scope of work for the amount at the bottom. And there's no changing the scope of work. There's no piecemealing it. It's all or nothing for the price at the bottom. Does that make sense? So
you did have a price.
No, we didn't. I said once we reach an agreement on the estimate, that will be the value of this project.
With the adjuster?
No. Yeah. We told the homeowner that with the adjuster. So that gave the homeowner the peace of mind. And then our contract stated we're going to do it for whatever the price of this thing will be. And we even said, and if for any reason we reach the agreement and you choose not to do the project, we want a 20% breakage fee. Now, We got that 20% breakage fee, but that was normally because I would tell the homeowner that up front. And if they weren't cool with that, then I'll be like, well, then maybe we shouldn't do the job. Why? Are you planning on firing me and keeping the money? And I was just explaining to them, we've already scoped it, negotiated, and got paid nothing. So that's what we put that 20% in there. And I just told them, like, if we write the scope and negotiate it, it's probably going to be 40% higher than if they write it. Does that make sense? And that's what we would tell them. And that way they always have an out. But once we write it and scope it and negotiate it, we're doing it for that amount of money. Hey guys, real quick, in case you didn't know, I help people just like you grow and scale your water damage restoration business. If you are interested in me helping you grow and scale your company, go to workwithshane.com. We hop on a 15-minute call to see if we're a good fit. Workwithshane.com. Now, let's go back to the video. And yeah, we had a few deals fall apart, but we still always did the recon in full. And then we would sue them after we completed the project and be like, we did all the work, so pay me. Does that make sense? And we just got paid. Like there were probably a few cases to where it fell apart, but like, I think in those, we just settled. It wasn't because of a judgment.
He doesn't want to agree to $37,000 because he doesn't know what the insurance will agree on.
Yeah, so I would not do that. That's my point. That's why we signed the work authorization. And once we get started on demo, then we tell them the exact dollar amount.
Start out with the demo's done. The mid's done. That's the repairs.
Oh, so okay. So we're talking about on the repair. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't really care if he wants to do it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine with not doing the recon.
But did I do the wrong thing by setting that?
Yeah, I wouldn't. So we don't write the what we do by the recon up front. That means we never write an estimate without already being under contract. It's real easy. They want their house put back together, and I'm the fastest path to do that. That's the first thing. And then number two, I'm already there, so I have the lead. And then number three, all they want to know is that the insurance is going to pay for it. And I'm about to give them that peace of mind. Of course, Tanner, that's a great question. And yes, the insurance is going to pay for it. Don't you worry. We're going to work all of that out with them. And if for any reason they don't agree to our estimate, you don't have to use this. Won't cost you a dime. So the question is, what do you do when the insurance won't come up to my estimate? Then I go to the homeowner and be like, ma'am, we're at $37,000. They're at $18,000. So now if I really want to do the job, I might tell the homeowner that I would coach them on how to demand that they pay the bill or give me that amount, or we're going to go to an appraisal, or we're going to get a public adjuster, or they can just go ahead and cut this check.
Yeah.
That's essentially it. Threaten a PA, threaten appraisal. That's how I do it. Does that make sense to you guys? It's the threat of escalating it to the next phase that would do it. And the homeowner has to be the one doing this. Does that make sense? So you're going to go, Ms. Jones, here's the deal. This is our price. This is a valid rate. Okay. We do it all the time. And you just really need to growl at them and demand to get paid. Demand that they do that. If you really want to use us, you can, but we need this amount of money. Now, if for some reason they're not able, then you can threaten appraisal or a public adjuster, but it's first better that you growl and demand that they pay this. And let's make sure that they're not going to pay this before you do the next threat. So that's just coaching them up. And if the person is truly broke, doesn't have a pot to piss in, they don't have $1,000 that they could pay you as a deposit within the first 7 days, I probably don't do that job, number one. I probably really don't do that job because that doesn't financially make any sense. You are bent over the barrel by the adjuster and the homeowner has no recourse to help you. It's a really risky job to take. And you're already telling me your heart's not going to pursue them the way you should when you don't get paid. So like I would tell you, let ServPro do that job. Guys, if you didn't already know, the two biggest problems you're going to have in owning a restoration company are this. Number one, getting consistent water damage jobs coming in the door. Number two, getting paid what you're worth for those water damage jobs. For that reason, I'm addressing both those problems with these videos to my left or right. On one side, it's about getting jobs. On the other side, it's about getting paid. Go over there, click the link. I'll see you in the next video.